this online mode to felicitate the young alumni of CET who have come out with flying colors in the Indian Civil Services Examination 2019. Let me first inform you all that Dr. GVGCV, Principal of CET and President of CETA, will not be able to attend this function due to minor health issues. So, we have with us today our Dean PG Studies, Dr. Jayakumar S., to preside over this function in his stead. Now, let me directly pass on to my duty of welcoming the gathering. Dr. Jayakumar S. is a true motivator and he is the lead who is holding the strings of this event. Hearty welcome to you, Jayakumar sir.
Thank you. Thank you, madam.
Dr. VP Joy is an alumnus of CET, 1985 batch of Electronics and Communication Engineering, who is presently holding the post of Secretary to Government of India at the Cabinet Secretariat. I think he is the right person to felicitate the young achievers of CET as he is their forerunner of 1987 batch of IAS cadre. On talking to him personally over phone for the last few days, I could identify him not only as an able administrator, but also as a brilliant student, ardent researcher, lucid writer, amazing poet, and a very simple personality. CETA and CET wholeheartedly welcome you to this function, sir. Now, let me welcome the guests of honor of the day, Aman Chandran K, Gopu Arunithan, Arjun C, Smilna Sudhagar, Hassan Usaid NA, and Mridul Darshan, who are the real stars of the day to this function. I also welcome all the alumni of CET who have found time to witness this function. Last but not the least, I welcome the present task force of CET, the students and the faculty members. Welcome you all.
Thank you, ma'am, for a very warm welcome indeed. The driving force behind every endeavor of our institution, Dr. Gigi CV, our principal and President CETA, who is unable to grace the occasion, has sent his regards. Let me call upon Dr. S. Jayakumar, with his permission, our honored Dean PG Studies, who has agreed graciously to preside over the function today.
Good evening, all. Our chief guest of the day, Dr. VP Joy, IAS, Cabinet Secretary to the Government of India, and also an distinguished alumnus of our institution. Dr. Jayasri PK, Secretary, CETA. Dr. Madanan K, Vice President, CETA. And today's guests of honor, Mr. Aman Chandran K, Mr. Deepu Varunithan, Mr. Arun C. Nilambur, Miss Smilna Sudhagar, Mr. Hassan Uzaid, and Miss Mridul Darshan, rank holders of Civil Service Exam 2020, professors and other CETA members. College of Engineering Trivandrum, which was established in 1939, has now completed 80 glorious years in the service of technical education in the country. Over the years, the intake of students has been increased many-fold. And as of now, the institute has 8 full-fledged departments offering 8 undergraduate courses, 27 postgraduate and doctoral programs under APJ Abdul Kalam Kerala Technological University. The college has around 4,200 students, 300 teaching staff, 450 research scholars, and more than 300 non-teaching staff. From this academic year onwards, we are going to introduce 3 more new postgraduate programs in the new technology segment, namely MTech in Artificial Intelligence, Power Electronics, and MArch in Environmental Design. Our all BTech programs are accredited by the National Board of Accreditation till 2022. Our BR programs, M planning and MBA programs are also accredited till the year 22. Also, we are expecting the accreditation inspection visit for renewal of accreditation for all the remaining PG programs this academic year itself. CET has also bagged 81th rank among the engineering colleges, and our Department of Architecture has bagged the 6th rank among the architecture institutions in the National Institutional Ranking Framework, NIRF, in the year 2019. But in my opinion, above all mentioned achievements of CET, the most important one is over the last 80 years, CET has produced many distinguished alumni. This includes cabinet ministers, senior civil service officers, heads of many prestigious research institutions, CEOs of many multinational companies, distinguished academicians, etc. Our today's chief guest, Dr. VP Joy IAS, Cabinet Secretary to the Government of India, is an ample example of our distinguished alumnus. He is an 1985 pass out ECE batch student. Irrespective of his busy schedule, he agreed to bless this occasion with his presence. That shows the attachment of our alumni with the institution. Our institution is always keeping a very good relation with its pass out students. CETA, College of Engineering Trivandrum Alumni Association, is doing an excellent job in establishing rapport with former students, common programs which will be mutually beneficial. Now we have more than 10,000 members, life members in the CETA. CETA has active in providing scholarships to the needy students requiring finance. I take this opportunity to thank the present office bearers of CETA for arranging this online felicitating ceremony, for congratulating our civil service rank holders from our institution. Congratulations to all the 6 CETians, namely Mr. Aman Chandran K, Mr. Gobu R. Unnithan, Mr. Arjun C. Nilambur, Ms. Milna Sudhagar, Mr. Hussain Uzay, and Ms. Mridul Darshan, who cleared the civil service examination with flying colors and stepping up to serve the nation. My good wishes for all of them. A new and exciting phase of their lives. Congratulations for hard work. Keep learning and succeeding and moving forward. A bright future awaits you. And I, among all other CETians, are very proud of you and on your achievements. May you never look back without being glad of the journey. As we all know, civil service is a world of challenges and opportunities. My hope is that each and every one of you will become very successful in your respective field of areas. You are now in a position to show the world how you can make it a better place for many, especially for the neediest poor citizens of our country. They are expecting a lot from them. Your parent institution is also expecting, we people are also expecting a lot from you. Please never forget the people and this wonderful institution, and stay connected with CET, because there are many teachers, professors, and your fellow students your friends respect you. Keep those relationships close to you also. May God bless you and keep you safe. Once again, best wishes to all of you. With this, let me conclude my words. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for those wonderful words. The chief guest of the day, Dr. VP Joy, I'm sure needs no introduction. However, let me do my duty. The first CETN to reach the post of Secretary to the Government of India at Cabinet Secretary in New Delhi is an alumnus of College of Engineering, Trivandrum, having graduated in 1985 from Electronics and Communication Engineering Department. In addition to being an administrator, he is a poet, a writer, and a researcher. In a career spanning over 3 decades, he has held various positions at the state and central government level. With interests ranging from Malayalam literature, philosophy, to energy, climate change, and metaphysics, he is a quintessential learner and disseminator of knowledge. It is our privilege to have Dr. VP Joy to honor this august occasion. May I request you, sir, to address the gathering and to felicitate the ICS rank holders. Dr. VP Joy, sir.
President of today's function, Dr. Jayakumar, Dr. Jayashree, all other distinguished participants, and the successful students who have achieved, got into civil services, Mr. Aman Chandran K, Mr. Gobu Unnitan, Mr. Arjun C. Nilambur, Ms. Milna Sudhakar, Mr. Hassan Usaid, and Ms. Mrudul Darshan. So I am extremely happy to be with all of you today because we are celebrating an achievement of students from CET. More than 3.5 decades ago, I had the good fortune of being a student of CET, and I am happy that this institution is in the forefront of engineering education, not only in the state, even nationally. It has been mentioned that college has achieved 81st position, and I am sure that it will strive forward in its journey to be in the first 10 or first 15 of the colleges in the country. Definitely, our students' achievements is a great cause of joy for all of us. When I joined civil services around 33 years ago in 1987, it was not that much a known kind of career, and there was very little kind of environment to write for the civil service examination. But now it is a much well-known career. Many students from all walks of life are pursuing it, seeing that it is a challenging job which young people would like to take up and pursue. So in this context, I'm happy that our CETians are showing the way every year and getting into the services. My own juniors are there in the year 1990, Mr. Ashok, there is one Mr. Ashok in the IAS, and there are other students who have always been in the IAS from CET, right from Mr. Krishna Kumar, Dr. Babu Bol, and people like them. And I'm sure, I'm happy that the same tradition of being in the civil services is continuing even now, and students are interested in taking up this challenging assignment. As far as CETA is concerned, I'm happy to associate with the CETA because I was the president of this CETA Delhi for 3 years during the, till last year, and we have been generally organizing many activities here, and I'm happy that CETA is organizing this function, and I congratulate CETA and all its office bearers, including its secretary, Dr. Jayashree, for taking this initiative and organizing it. And as far as my young brothers and sisters who have joined civil services are concerned, definitely I would like to congratulate them because it has been a tough journey for them. You know, they have come through a strenuous period of hard work and writing the examination. It is not an easy examination. It is definitely a challenge. Students from all subjects, all over the country, they compete, and definitely it would require perseverance, hard work, and determination to get into the service.
Yeah.
But of course, so first of all, I would like to congratulate each and every one of the young entrants who have been able to make it this year. And I am sure, as was mentioned earlier, that they will make it a great success in their job also, because ultimately that is what counts. You might have heard of this famous quote from Albert Einstein, who said that try not to become a man of success, but become a man of value. That is what he said. Success is a short-term aim. Value is a longer-term aim. Because success and value needs to be distinguished also. And whenever we think of success, we need to define it. Many a time we pursue things without defining it. So success, everybody pursues, but very few look at the definition. Success is one of the good definitions I have heard, is that success is to be defined not in terms of accumulation, but in terms of contribution. There is a poet who was given 3-4 lines on this. Not how did he die, but how did he live. Not what did he gain, but what did he give. These are the units to measure the success of a man, regardless of birth. This is what the poet said. Now, success, if it is defined in terms of contribution, it becomes a long-term aim. Then that creates value. So that is why probably it was said that we should not try to become a person of success, but a person of value. And success, as always, is never final. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. But the ability to strive is most important, is what Churchill said about success. Success is never final. No success is final. And there are a lot of, basically value is an accumulation of large number of short-term successes. So while I congratulate our students for having been successful, for their effort, no doubt, their great effort, perseverance, it must be acknowledged, congratulated, and of course valued, because it all 50% of everything is perseverance, is hard work. Even Steve Jobs said once that I am convinced that about half of what separates successful entrepreneurs from unsuccessful ones is perseverance. So similar thing will apply to civil service also. Half of what separates a successful civil service aspirant from unsuccessful one is mere perseverance, maybe more than half. So our students here have passed that test of perseverance. They have proved that they are capable of perseverance. But then it is time for them to demonstrate the same kind of perseverance for another 30 or 35 years, because that is what brings value, not only to themselves as human beings, but also to society at large. Because here, because our country is a very, very complex and challenging country. We have 135 crore people, and we are poised to become the most populous country of the world. So, administering a country of 140, this current census would definitely, the population will be more than 140 crores. So, a country of 140 crores to administer such a country, and that too in a democratic fashion, would require great dedication and commitment. That is why Patel, who was considered to be the Iron Man of India, called civil service to be the steel frame. And of course, many people ridicule it, saying that steel nowadays it is not a steel frame; it has become bamboo frame and things like that. We always hear of such a statement. But whether steel frame or bamboo frame or whatever it is. But we have to, the task which the civil services are handling today needs to be definitely acknowledged in the country. If our country has remained a democracy for all these 70 years after independence, more than 70 years, 73 years, and if our country has the most populous country has cherished and retained the constitutional values which are enshrined in the preamble of our constitution so far, definitely a part of the credit must go to its civil services. So therefore, this job is definitely challenging, and the challenges are what the framers of the constitution, the father of the constitution, and the Patel himself pointed it out initially. You know, it is Mahatma Gandhi gave this talisman. Whenever you are in doubt, look at the face of the poorest and the weakest person you have ever seen in your life. Is what the test is. A test which Gandhi gave to everybody. So, including civil servants. So, to all professionals, this is not a test, a talisman only to civil services. It is a talisman given to all the professionals, all the people who pursue any career. Whenever a person in any profession, any career is in doubt, look at the face of the poorest and the weakest person, and then think what needs to be done. Then all the doubts will wither away. All the doubts will vanish. Similar is a test given by Patel in his address on April 21st, 1947 to the civil service servants who were recruited in that year. It was called ICS at that time. And he told that it will be your bounden duty to treat the common men of India as your own. That is why these values which are cherished in the preamble of the Constitution, we the people of India having solemnly resolved to constitute ourselves into a sovereign, socialist, secular and democratic republic. And then we are giving to ourselves, they are guaranteeing to every citizen certain values, what is called justice, liberty, equality and fraternity. These are the values which are put in the preamble of the Indian Constitution. And to carry these values of justice, liberty, equality and fraternity to 140 crore people of this country is not a small task. It is definitely a very, very tough and challenging task in which civil services might have fared well or might not have fared, or they have failed. Everything is possible. Every kind of assessment is possible. Honestly, nobody can say that everything is, perfect as far as civil services are concerned. But still, we have great hope in our young, budding, challenging talents who are making it to the civil services today. Definitely, they have a great role to play in the life of this country, and also making fulfilling a wonderful career for themselves. As I said, these values, if they are cherished from the beginning, I'm sure that civil services will definitely offer a promising and fulfilling career to everybody who pursues it. Recently, our 85 batch, we have a WhatsApp group in which we discuss many things. So therefore, when we were discussing, people were saying that, so many things after most of the people are, not many years to retire and all that. So when people look back at towards the end of their career, when they look back, what remains at the end of the day and what matters is only that whether the world has become better by your short presence here. That is the only thing that matters. All other things become much insignificant at that point of time. So everybody has heard of the second law of thermodynamics. Entropy is always increasing. But by your presence, whether the entropy, the local entropy I mean, has decreased a little bit in the sphere where every person is working or not, is the only test, which is the same test as the test of talisman, which Mahatma Gandhi gave. So therefore, when this great test comes at the point of retirement or even later, I'm sure that all our young civil servants who are joining civil service today, as also who are joining any profession. In my opinion, it doesn't matter as much as to which profession a person is joining, because every profession and every job has its own positive and role to contribute to society. What matters more is how that person utilizes the opportunity to become a person of value and not a person of success. So, because success can always be defined in a very narrow way. Success can also be defined in terms of personal success, which may not have great significance or great value when somebody looks at it from a perspective, from the holistic perspective of a life. So, taking into account all these, on this occasion of success of these students, I wish them a great career and opportunity to make great contributions, and at the end, a satisfaction of having done their duty in whichever place they are posted in the best of their ability, and also in the great tradition of what is intended by a civil servant. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for those indeed inspirational and eye-opening words. I am pretty sure not only the students and the civil service winners who are watching this function, but us teachers too, would wonder whether we are making the world at least a little better by all that we do today. Thank you indeed, sir.
Thank you.
Let me now call upon Dr. Jayashree PK, Secretary CETA, to honor the rank holders of the Indian Civil Services Examination 2019.
College of Engineering Trivandrum and College of Engineering Trivandrum Alumni Association jointly congratulate Mr. Aman Chandran K, Gopu R. Unnithan, Arjun C, Smilna Sudhakar, Hassan Usaid N.A. and Mridul Darshan for the marvelous achievement in the Indian Civil Services Examination 2019. I request all of you to unmute your systems and give them a loud round of applause. Thank you all. Now, I request all of you to mute yourselves.
Thank you, ma'am. It is now the moment we are waiting for. Let us hear from the guests of honor themselves. Before that, may I please request everyone to stop sharing their videos. And let me request the rank holders to switch on their video sharing so that we may see you as you speak. Firstly, I would like to invite Aman Chandran K, who has secured a rank of 197 and is a graduate of Electrical and Electronics Engineering from the year 2017. Aman, over to you, please.
Thank you, ma'am. First of all, I would like to thank Dr. B.P. Joy, sir, for his words of wisdom. And I would also like to thank Dean PG, Dr. Jayakumar, sir, and also CETA Secretary, Dr. Jayashree, ma'am. And I would also like to take this opportunity to congratulate all my fellow CET alumni who have successfully cleared civil services examination this time. So congratulations to all of you. To be very honest, I think that the CET College of Engineering Trivandrum has played a huge role in inspiring me towards to pursue a career in the civil services. As we all know, our campus is very politically and socially active, very conscious, and it has a highly opinionated student community as well. So we know that college is a time when people are usually, it's a transformative phase in their lives. So people move from being teenagers to being responsible members of the society. So the idea that as a citizen, one has a responsibility, one has a debt and obligation to the motherland and its people. So that consciousness, I believe that it took place in me when I was studying, when I was a student in CET. And uh, to be very honest, I also fondly remember the CET library and documentation center, and also the central computing facility, the CCF. I used to spend long hours in those facilities, and perhaps the newspapers and periodicals which I was able to access through these facilities, maybe they were the starting point of my civil services preparation. Even though at that time, obviously, it was not a final decision that I had made about pursuing a career in civil services. I would especially like to refer to Joy sir's important message that he shared about doing something for the country. And I believe that in the coming years, the coming 2 decades are going to be a turning point for India, a turning point for our country, especially in this particular scenario when we have a pandemic situation. There are talk of a post-COVID world. So COVID is going to be like the marker of this era. So people will talk about the pre-COVID and the post-COVID world. And this is a time when obviously our economy, while our country is growing by leaps and bounds, there are also continuing to be heavy developmental challenges that we face. I remember the Tryst with Destiny speech of our first Prime Minister, Jawaharlal Nehru, in which he had said that while we had got independence, true independence will not come unless we are able to wipe every tear from every eye. So I hope that will be the vision that will inspire us in our civil services journey. This is obviously a very crucial time in our life, in our lives. This will be the starting point when we are transitioning from being a common citizen to being a civil servant, to being a public figure, to being responsible for the welfare of this country. I hope that the wishes of all our senior illustrious veterans like Joy sir will be there with us. I hope that their guidance will be there with us, and I hope that we will be able to live up to the expectations of our society and of our institution as well. With these words, and once again thanking all the dignitaries and all the CETA participants who are present here, I conclude my words. Thank you.
Thank you, Aman, for those heartfelt words. Next, let me call upon Gopu R. Unitan, a 2012 graduate of Computer Science Engineering Department who has secured a rank of 346. Gopu, let's hear from you, please.
Hello. Hello. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, you are. Go ahead, please.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. I'm Gopu Ravindran. I would like to take this occasion to thank everyone, especially the CETA, who have taken the pain to actually arrange this felicitation ceremony, especially during this COVID time. I would like to thank the chief guest, VP Joy sir, Jayashree ma'am, Dean Jaykumar sir, everyone for providing us this occasion, for providing us this felicitation ceremony. One thing that I really wanted to say was, while I was preparing for civil services, I read one of the editorials in one of the newspaper. It said that one of the defects of Indian educational system is that we do not produce socially responsible, socially committed individuals. But look at the alumni of CET. like MP Parameshwaran sir, G. Madhav Nair sir, VP Joy sir, Ajit Kumar sir, like Shankar sir, Dr. Babu Paul sir. Like this is the real proudness that CET can boast of. We produce one of a unique breed of engineers and professionals who are committed to the society and to the nation. And one more thing that I really want to say is that the label of a CETian adds that extra value, adds that visibility to your identity wherever you go, whether it's a workplace or whether you go for your higher studies or wherever you go. So it's because of that legacy that we had, because of the people who have walked before us. I think it's right now our duty to actually keep that torch alight. And one more thing that many people have asked, or what I would like to say is that when we talk about CET, we talk about the acronym C and E, but we do not talk about T, which is Trivandrum. I think this is a wonderful place to explore, to nurture your talents. We have a wonderful, I do not know how many of these students, at least studying right now, have you at a very early stage in your career and on how you move forward. With that, it's wonderful to have your batchmates, your fellow CETians with you when you are now going out for a new journey. With this, I thank everyone, and I take this special occasion to actually thank the computer science faculty that I had, the wonderful computer science faculty that I had when I was studying here. To name a few, the Rajashri ma'am, current KTU Vice Chancellor, Ajina ma'am, Shine sir, Deepthi ma'am, everyone. So once again, thank you, Sita. Thanks everyone. Have a COVID-free, very happy Onam. Thank you.
Thank you, Gubu. Those were very, very emotional words from a CET. Thank you again. Next, we have Arjun C, a 2012 graduate of Applied Electronics who has secured the rank of 349. Arjun, over to you, please.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, you are. Go ahead.
Respected VP Joy sir, Jayashree ma'am, and Jayagumar sir, I'm very thankful to you for arranging such a very good function even during the COVID times, because we know that due to the COVID pandemic, we are all in different parts of the country and we are all not able to get into come to a college or participate in the registration. And during this time, it's very good initiative by, especially by Yashri ma'am. She was constantly in touch with us and updating us with all the developments and or finally making this happen, making this wonderful registration happen on this day. Thank you everyone. And coming to my CET experiences, it was during my CET days that the career in civil service became a part of my thought. Actually, during the second year, to be very specific, that I began to pursue preparation of civil service, and in that, CET has been a very has played a very good major role in shaping the career as a civil servant. So, as the speakers before said, this is just the beginning, and we'll try our maximum to uphold the name of CET and uphold the name of CET in the coming days of our service. Once again, thanking everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Arjun. We have one more person from the 2012 batch, which indeed seems to have been a very successful one. Smilna Sudhagar, a 2012 graduate from Electronics and Communication Engineering, has successfully secured a rank of 458 in the ICS 2019 exams. Smilna, we are waiting to hear from you, please.
Thank you, ma'am. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, you are.
Okay, respected VP Joy sir, Jaykumar sir, Jayashree ma'am, and other honorable guests. First of all, I would like to thank CETA for this wonderful evening. I have joined CET in 2008, and it gave me so many platforms. Like I was part of College Union, and I was part of National Service Scheme, Red Cross, etc. So which really made me to redefine my success goals. So which added social commitment to my success goals, and it completely redefined my life after passing out from CET. And CET also gave me a good fraternity, CET fraternity, we CETians. And a very close group of friends, which anytime I can rely on. So the entire after my CET life, my entire success definition changed, and I started the very next year, 2013 onwards, I started preparing for civil service examination. So in this moment, I use this opportunity to thank everyone, like directly or indirectly inspired me to become a socially committed person. CETA gives us directions to all of us, to all CETians. CETA gives us direction, irrespective of our profession, our field, anything. CETA gives us direction to become a committed individuals, to lead our life to the society, to the committed society. I'm extremely thankful to CETA for this opportunity. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Smilna. It's indeed wonderful to hear how you made use of all the opportunities offered by the college to become a socially responsible citizen. Very good to hear that indeed. Next, we need to hear from Hassan Usaid, who has secured a rank of 542 and is a 2013 graduate of civil engineering. Hassan, let's hear from you, please.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, thank you. Respected Joy sir, all the dignitaries of CETA, and all other persons who's listening to me. I'm very happy that my senior advisor Jayashree ma'am is there to listen my words. Civil service examination is the kind of exam in which all the aspects of a person is being measured. Hence, this achievement cannot be attributed to my 4 years of preparation for civil service only. I think it is my college, CET, and my life of a BTech learning that provided with me the kind of qualities that is required and the kind of attitude that is required for me to clear this examination. My path for this examination, this journey was so clear to me that because many of my seniors and CET alumni has cleared this exam before me. I always got recognition as a CETian whenever I go in Trivandrum or in Kerala, because all the academies know what CET is and what a CETian capable of. And this is the kind of heritage that I was inherited soon after I got out of CET. I'm so happy that I could enhance the image, I could enhance the picture of CET further through this humble achievement. I'm using this occasion for thanking my professors and friends in CET who was being the backbone of my achievement. And I'm happy that I can serve this nation as a civil servant. And I wish really wish that the CET could produce more people like not just me or this person sitting here, but the people uh, who can perform in all the aspects of human life, as a musician or a director or any aspect. So CET is capable of that, and I wish those kind of persons will come out from CET again. And I'm thanking you again, everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Hassan, for keeping the flag of CET flying high. Next, we have the youngest of the winners, Mrudul Darshan, a 2018 graduate of Electrical and Electronics Engineering, who has secured a rank of 622. Mrudul, over to you, please.
Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Okay, ma'am. So, respected Chief Guest, Dr. VP Joy IAS, sir, respected PG Dean, Dr. Jayakumar, sir, CETA Secretary, Dr. Jayasree, ma'am, Dr. Madanan, sir, and the entire CETA family. Good evening, all. Actually, I graduated from CET in 2018 only, and 2 years down the lane, standing here, I feel so overwhelmed and happy. And for me, this felicitation feels like the greatest achievement because CET is where it all started. Because it was during my college days that I discovered myself and my dream. And it was during my college days that I realized that I wanted to do something for the society. And seriously, it was CET that gave me the strength to take a leap of faith and give UPSC a try right after college. And it was a risky decision, and the journey was not easy for me. But during the entire journey, it was my friends from CET that acted as my greatest pillar of support. So while now looking back, I feel so happy that I could do this and make my people proud. So as we all know, CET is our alma mater, and actually we didn't just study engineering there. We learned lessons and values for life. And above all, we got the CET identity that binds us all together as a family. So again, I want to thank you all and CETA authorities for giving me such a platform to reconnect with the CET family. And I promise that wherever I go, I'll always be a proud CETian. Thank you all. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Mrudul. It was indeed wonderful hearing from the guests of honor of the day. Next, let me call upon Dr. Madanan K. to propose the vote of thanks.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. President of the function, Dr. S. Jayakumar, Dean. Guest of the meeting, Dr. VP Joy. The stars of the function, the rank holders, fellow CETians, and my dear friends. Actually, it is a very proud and happiest moment for all of us to participate in this function organized by CETA to facilitate our fellow CETians who have got selected in the highest positions of the administration. Actually, we have heard the aspirations and the good words of the rank holders about our alma mater and other things. It is that my role is to propose the vote of thanks. Actually, CETA is implementing under the leadership of the principal and other staff members. The CETA is implementing various innovative programs beneficial to the students, the college, and also for the society as a whole. The role played by CETA in association with the CET as a whole, with the help of the CET around the world for implementing various activities on COVID-related things, and in the at times of that flood are commendable. So these all with the support of the all staff members and the college as a whole only. So at this juncture, Let me thank the president of this function, Dr. S. Jayakumar, Dean, who is also part and parcel of the activities of CETA. Thank you very much, sir, for your active participation and delivering a very good speech.
Thank you, sir.
We are all very much honored to have Dr. V.P. Joy, Secretary to Government of India, as our chief guest of this meeting. As the Secretary already pointed out, he is not only a smart administrator, but also a good writer. Yesterday also I have seen a little bit lines about Onam, named as Attam Asamsan. Yesterday he wrote something, Attam Asamsan. So I think he's the appropriate and the correct man to be the chief guest of this evening. So I take this opportunity. He's actually I am also in 1985 by 85 batch. So he's my batchmate, and I am very proud to propose vote of thanks to Dr. V.P. Joy. Thank you very much. Getting a job in government sector for an average student itself is a very difficult task nowadays. So our fellow CETians who are got selected to the highest post in civil service are this. We have to appreciate them very happily. Mr. Gobu R. Unithan, Hussain, Murdul Darshan, Arjun, Smilna Sudagar, Amal Chandran, their role, their good words, and their commitment. We are all expected a good future to this one. On behalf of all present in this meeting, I wish them a very good future and wish them all the best and congratulate them. I would like to take this opportunity to thank Dr. P.K. Jayasri, Secretary CETA, and the team for organizing the event even at these difficult times. And also to all the CETians who have actively participated for the meeting and making the function a grand success. Thank you once again. Thank you all. Wish you all a happy one. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for those heartfelt words. We come to the end of the function. Thank you all for taking the time to attend, motivate us and the students who are sure to become your successors after listening to your vibrant words. Thank you all for joining us today and making this a memorable function. It has been a pleasure being the MC for the day. We wish all the rank holders great success in all the roles they will be called upon to fulfill. Let me sign off again with the phrase that has stayed in my heart from Dr. V.P. Joy. Let us all make the world a little bit better. Thank you again.